Okay, this is a breakup. It's a Santissima Muerte breakup. I've called her uh, with regards to the couple. I've put the situation to her, and I've also put it in writing. Uh, some people have been asking with regards to how I call the Holy Death. Uh, First off, Holy Death is a folk saint venerated in Mexico. Um, she is a really good saint to work with. She's not how people make her out to be. She's extremely, in my opinion, she's really easygoing. She's a wonderful motherly energy, and she's excellent for breakups. She's non-judgmental. She will work for anyone for any purpose. Uh, as you know, in Mexico, they have the issues with the cartels, etc. She protects the drug dealers, etc. She also protects the police. I've seen documentaries with regards to the Mexican police, and they have her like a little badge sewn in to their jackets with the Holy Death on that for protection. She is excellent for protection, also. So I will go into a more in-depth explanation and her origins. I've done it before, but I think I need to do it again because I've got a lot of new subscribers. Now, there is a Catholic way of calling her, and that prays to God, and that you pray to Saint Michael as well. He's what's called an amparo. You call him for protection, and I used to do this many years ago, but it just wasn't sitting with me, resonating well with me, and I decided, no, I'm going to do it my way. And sometimes I just call her with, no formal prayer, but if I want to do it the way many others do it, I would say by the powers of the earth, by the presence of fire, by the inspiration of air, by the virtues of water, I invoke and conjure Saint Death. That's really what I would do, and then go on to make my petition. I always put it in writing as well, and I always say with harm to none. If that's the case, if you're doing a money spell, you don't want to end up inheriting money via, losing someone close to you in let's say a car accident, and then getting an insurance payout. You don't want that. Also, with regards to love matters, I just think, I just think that she's really good for bringing back, especially wayward men and wayward women, I suppose, too. There's no real difference. And let's see what else. So, if you're starting out with Santa Muerte, you should use a glass of water and a candle, and you can make a promise to her that when she comes through, you'll buy her like a statue like this one. I recommend starting out with her in her white aspect. When I initially was contemplating working with her, this was many, many years ago, I was thinking about it and I wasn't sure. I'd read so much about her and I was undecided, but I was getting this tug towards her, and I had a really strange, vivid, but it was an amazing dream. And she was in the dream, and she was all in her, white gown, and she was holding white roses and offering them to me. And I took this as a sure sign, and the energy was so comforting. So that's when I decided to, go with it and work with her. She's been amazing. I've had life lessons that they've been pretty harsh, but on the flip side, it's been so worth it, just to have her blessings and to give her blessings to all of you. So anyway, so that's what I do, is make that, say that little prayer, or just call her from the heart. Each to their own, really. If you want me to do a video on the Catholic way, I'm happy to do that, calling in St. Michael, etc. St. Michael is called in, like I said, for protection, because technically she's death personified. But I'm fine. I'm fine with it this way, and it works well. But anyway, couple, and we want them to split up. We want this lady to go and find her own soulmate, and the guy to come back to the client. So it's just this little breakup jar, and I have got their photographs hidden, her pictures. They're back to back, and what I've done is put an X like that through the other woman's picture or face on the picture. I do that just to push the person out of the scene. And my little petition, I don't really want to go into the details of it, but we're basically saying to move the lady on, and they have to argue and fight and decide that they're not right for each other, and it's time to move on. So there will be, I think the client is going to go ahead with a love spell to bring him back towards her. I think it's going to be skill working that will tie in really well with this. So once I finish with this, I think I'll be doing that, which is recommended. If you're going to do a breakup, do the breakup first and then do the love work next. So get a cleaned out jar and pictures back to back. I've anointed the pictures with separation oil, and that little petition, I folded it away from myself. Just pop them in there like so. Now I'm going to put in some vinegar when I locate it. 1 second. Okay, so I poured the vinegar in to the jar, always thinking and seeing in your mind's eye everything coming together. Don't worry too much about how you get there, but see the two of them split up. Some chili seeds. Sorry, some chili flakes. Sulfur. All good bits and pieces, ingredients for causing discord, causing arguments. You want to get them in a frame of mind where they just get to the point where they just can't stand each other and they will walk away. So, also I'm putting in some black mustard seeds. I always use the black mustard seeds. This is very good, again, for causing discord, causing confusion. Confusion is really good because once the person is confused, then they'll start to question they'll question why they're there. Why am I with this person? I can't relate to this person, that sort of thing. I make this black salt especially for breakups. It darkens the relationship. So I'm going to put some more water. That is good for, again, causing arguments. I did get an email there, someone who wants me to put up videos with regards to the oils and the powders, etc. That's something that I do. I will be doing very soon. Getting around to it it's getting through all the videos and readings that I have to do. Then I can get to actual, tutorials. But yeah, that's definitely the next thing. Breakup oil. That's an oil that, again, it's very good for breakups. Okay. Now, I put hot foot oil on the woman's photograph, the target's picture. So this is devil's dung. Again, you don't specifically need it. It's just that I have it at hand. That's asafoetida. I can't pronounce that. It's in the herb section. Again, breakup powder. Cayenne pepper. This is, again, bringing up the fiery element and getting them arguing and, to the state where they want to, not see each other. Cat and dog hair. Cat and dogs fight. Okay, I have a few bits and pieces that I'm going to put in one moment. And then I've got 9 nails I'm going to put in. I just don't have them on the table here, so I have to go across the room to get them. And shattered light bulb. So the 9 nails, I always put those in. They have little rusty nails. You could use coffin nails. I see people using coffin nails. Use them, that's fine. But any nails will do. Or even drawing pins or needles, something that is sharp. And I use the shattered light bulb because it's sharp, and also because it takes the light out of the relationship. It's all symbolic with me. I have these little black, they're tiny little skull candles. And what I'll be doing is I'll be putting his name on the back and putting basically little petitions all over this tiny little, fight, argue, you hate each other, and baptizing that in his name. And, I'll burn probably one of these every few days and turn it around. I'll spend a bit of time with it and make a few suggestions, if that makes sense. They're just small, they don't burn long, but just to push the working a bit harder, I thought I would, light one of these per night. Right, that's really it. So what I'm going to do is shake that up each night while it's calling for the couple to break up. I'm just going to put that to the side. So that will go to her altar. And what I do is sometimes I would put the statue on top. I burn a black candle with the statue, always goes on top. So I did pull a few cards, only a few. Let's see. I pulled these cards directly on him, her, the situation. So they're just the answer deck that I know some of you are really interested in these cards, and some really nice subscriber told me they're now out of print, which is really, really sad because I love these cards. They're so good. Okay, actually, I forgot to say I'm going to put some graveyard dirt in that. Graveyard dirt is good for calling an ending. Graveyard dirt symbolizes death, so it's the ending of the relationship. I'm not bringing about any harm to to these people. Just basically calling on the we want the ending. So okay, so the first card out was home. And then we've got a photograph of a man with a very concerned looking guy, and the card says doubt. And then we've got destruction. So this reading is really to do with him at the moment and the woman that I'm doing a spell on. So we've got clarity, a dark-haired woman. Client is a dark-haired woman. Forgiveness. So that looks really positive. So yeah. Do I have anything else I need to say? That's really it for now. Let's see. So yes, for anyone that wants to know, I will deploy this jar probably in about 3 weeks' time. It will sit on her altar, Santa Muerte's altar. I will burn a black little skull candle and a taper probably in between. It will sit on her altar, and then I will deploy it. I'm thinking there's a crossroads. Yeah, the crossroads is a place where I will. There's a crossroads and it has a ditch in it, and that's a good place for me to deploy things. So I'll probably put it there. It's a place that's very, very, very far into the countryside where no one will ever discover any of this. And even if they did, when they open that up, the photographs will have disintegrated and all the rest, which is what we want. So that's really it. A bit of info there about Holy Death. If any of you have any specific questions you want to ask me about her, feel free. I really need to do her more justice, and because I have said to her for helping clients that, I'm going to make her name known and, make more videos with regards to her, etc. Also, as an expedite, I'd like to actually do a bit more with regards to the folk saints, Saint Expedite, and all the rest, because I think there's not a lot of videos out there, and they've helped me so much over the years. I think they really, really need a bit of, a bit of info put out there about them. Saint Expedite has helped me immensely over the years. He's an amazing saint. So, yeah, I can always do that. I'd like to go into the details with regards to Saint Cyprian as well. But anyway, it's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com. You can find me in the comments section. I'll get back to you all as soon as I can, and have a good night. Like, share, subscribe.